Hi, good evening, Acton-Agua students, staff, and parents. This is Mr. King, Superintendent of the School District. A couple of things. First off, I wanted to share just on the logistical end of things. There'll be some information coming out soon from your principals with regard to events that are celebratory in nature and how we're going to move forward with those things, whether it be in the near future through a virtual format or potentially postponing those events so that they are done in real time, and there could be a combination of both. We'll be talking about those things in the very near future. This week I really wanted to focus on something not directly related to school closures and COVID-19, but really something that happens every year, and that is this week, May 4th through 8th, is Staff Appreciation Week. During the past 2 years, we've normally held barbecue for our staff and employees, delivered food to sites. We've bought business cards for all of our employees in the past. We've really done our best to recognize all of our employees, our teachers, our bus drivers, custodians, office workers, and so on. This year was an obvious challenge given the situation, and so we have some gifts and things planned for our staff to help them deliver instruction in the classroom, to assist them, and so we are doing some virtual celebrating this year that's a little bit different. But I wanted to let you know that I visited some classrooms, several classrooms this week. I was in chemistry. I was also attending performing arts. I did that today. Yesterday was chemistry, and last week I attended a leadership class. And I'm amazed at both what our students are doing as well as our staff. I just again appreciate everybody's effort in trying to make this work to the best of our abilities. I wanted to talk about one of my favorite teachers growing up, and his name was Mr. Snyder. Mr. Snyder helped me with mathematics. I've shared my story many times with students and with periodically with parents as well, that I failed math on a couple of occasions, once in 8th grade and again in college algebra at Los Angeles Pierce Community College. All that to say, I eventually became a math teacher at middle school because I persevered it, and I loved math despite the fact that it was very challenging for me. But one of the reasons I became a math teacher and learned to love math and be successful at it was because of Mr. Snyder. He was not just a patient teacher, but he made it understandable where other folks couldn't, at least for me. And so he's a longtime retired teacher, but just kind of a virtual shout out to him. Maybe I'll forward him this message because I really am so thankful to have had him in my life as a younger person. Then there was Tom. Tom was not a classroom teacher. Tom was a bus driver. And I remember seeing Tom every day. This was in the early 70s, and he was always cheerful, and he always made me laugh. And I was scared to go to school. I've shared again with many of you that I was not the best student, and I was never really a fan of school, and I struggled with it as a young person. And so during my younger years, 5, 6, 7 years old, Tom was probably the highlight of my day going to school on the bus. And so I'm very thankful for all of our staff that are able to provide similar experiences, hopefully for our students as well as for you as parents, and maybe even you looking back. I'm just going to encourage you to take some time to say thank you to a staff member. If there's someone who made a difference in your life, or there's someone currently making a difference in the lives of your students, think about writing a note or recording a video message or sending a text message just to let them know how much you appreciate them. On behalf of our board president, Mr. Falsgraf, and all of our trustees, we are thankful to have such a dedicated staff. By the executive order of the state governor, Gavin Newsom, school employees are considered an essential service. But our employees, I would say, are not only essential, but they're committed and they're present, and we are here for you. Thank you so much, and have a good evening.